Hello, friends and neighbors. Tetsuiji, the five-time Japan Series champion, Oryx Buffalo's general manager, seated at his desk and ready to punch through the 2028-29 off-season with you on this sunny Wednesday afternoon as part of Self-Indulgence Week. I'm only letting myself do this for 3 more days and then I have to go back to weekly. Let me find... The problem is, like, my favorite music got tagged by someone, so I have to find a different royalty-free list. Now, let's go with that. So it is the draft day, and as usual, it is since last season, it is the regional draft. We are stuck with the Kansai region, along with the Hanshin Tigers, and they get first dibs. 67 players to pick from. Poor Rakuten only has 17. Poor Nippon Ham only has 12. But at least we fixed the issue with the Okinawa Kirin Spirit. They can now actually pull from the same draft pool as the rest of Kyushu and the Hawks. In terms of draft order, because it's an even year, the Pacific League will be drafting first, which means even though the Swallows finished an atrocious 49-91, they will draft second in the first and second rounds. We are, of course, drafting last. Good news is, I don't think there's any big improvements to try and make with the squad, so I'm content to just let the off-season ride and save our one trade for the calendar year in 2029 until later in the year. Maybe we finally do a deadline deal like we used to. So hopefully we'll be able to get all the way through the postseason, or the off-season, and into the regular season itself, especially since we're not going to be trying to make a trade. Alright. The Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters will be selecting Kazuya Mizuno. Bit of a noodle bat, but he is local to Hokkaido. The Swallows have their pick of the litter, either Jobu Nakamura, who I had my eye on as a possible phenom, especially if that changeup develops. Taiji Hirano, decent pitches, but I worry about that movement. Chikara Arita, corner outfielder with a serious contact bat. That guy just casually batting .505 in his first high school campaign. Not biggie, no biggie. Who are they going to go for? They go for Jobu. Insert all the Major League jokes here. The Bears get to pick from the Chibu region along with the Dragons, so they're going to get their first pick at either Takaomi Inoue, high school guy, hopefully he develops. If he does, those 3 pitches look solid. Or Yataro Shibuya, who's already sort of maxed out, but as a ground baller, I think he'd fit in with our squad. The Bears are going to go for Inoue, the young phenom. Tigers get their first crack at all the Kansai-based players, and there's a very clear choice in terms of bat. Yoshihide Usui. Not the best anywhere else on the diamond, so he's like a backup catcher DH type. But for a high schooler, you could do worse. We get to pick from the same talent pool later, and it's an open question whether we go for someone like Shiozaki as a ground ball reliever, junk baller, Norihiro Ishida, potential center field option, but that contact bat, or Itsuo Tsugawa, who may fit in as like a shortstop option. Or we look at this guy, Fusashi Iwata. If that changeup doesn't develop, we're looking at a reliever. Could be a good reliever. Hanshin is going to go for Usui, the catcher. Hopefully they have good luck developing him. The Spirit will pick up Junjiro Matsumoto. Big contact and gap power bat. Solid middle infield option. The Dragons are going to take off the board Kuniyuki Tanaka. This is a questionable one from the Dragons. They must see something we don't. The Marines are part of the Tokyo Pool, so they will pick up Jinro Suzaki. Potential big arm, but a bit of a jerk, so questionable if he's actually going to develop. The Carp are actually lucky. They have the pick of the litter in terms of two guys who can contribute to the Major League Club right away. In Sanayatsu Shimizu, solid outfield choice, or Nobuhito Sakata, who looks like he's ready to join a rotation right away. No surprise they go for Sakata. The Lions are gonna go with Hirano, makes sense. The Bay Stars get Arita for their center fielder. Dakuten's got a smaller pool to work with. Tetsuzan Abe is their choice. Interesting option, could be a starter. I see him more as a bullpen guy with that stuff. Giants get to pick last from the Tokyo pool. Tadao Okinawa. That changeup is questionable, but he's a lefty. The Hawks will take Sachiko Matsushima. And we have our choice now. This is our selection. So our options are Norihiro Ishida. Doubt he's going to develop. Itsuo Tsugawa, who may get some luck with his performance, but that profiles as like a third baseman, and that is not a third baseman bat. Shiozaki, who throws slop. But then again, you look at someone like Tamao Fujimoto, he's a high schooler, there's a lot of upside there. Stamina 40 though. Or do we go with Hirozo Yoshikawa with that massive arm? Masumi Saito, potentially a decent corner outfield option. Iwata. Man, they don't come easy this time. Not seeing anyone that sparks joy. Let's throw our congeniality filter on. I mean, we're swimming in middle infielders. Harder. Ditto for Sekiguchi here. We're loading up with a whole bunch of soft tossers. Let's grab Inoue as well. I feel like I may have screwed the pooch a little bit. I don't know. Okay, that is not a third baseman. That is an outfielder. Let's get Toshinori Toguchi, and let's move him to right field. Let's train him up at both. Okay, I feel like we drafted enough pitchers. Really? My scout likes this guy? Let's look at fielding ratings, see if there's any decent defenders out there. I like a guy who can play anywhere. If only that bat did as well. You know what, just for a laugh, let's go Shigeru Masumoto. Another extreme bench arm, and let's make sure he can get some starts at center. I mean, 75 range as a short... Okay, no, never mind. His bat is absolute trash. Okay, that was probably not the best idea. Let's put him back in the bullpen. Alright, and I have one last pick. Yamamoto here doesn't have any good pitches. Do we have any decent batters still left out there? Pitcher, who would be a two-way guy. Actually, Nakasone here might be our pick. I would just put him at first instead of second. Yeah, that's more like it. So Seibu was able to pick up Katsuji Fujimoto. Oh, that was from a previous year. Both these guys were. Cool, folks. I gotta update this list. This is supposed to be all the guys who are part of our crew. I think it's safe to say Macho is not going to be playing the field unless in extreme circumstances anymore. Let's see, is there any... Let's take a look at all the Japanese guys and see what they're looking at for contracts. Fragile. Ground baller. Decent stuff. Why'd the Hawks get rid of him then? Okay, I'm not giving you that much money, buddy. Keep you on the short list, but don't feel comfortable doing that. Extreme flyball, like decent stuff. Durable, but a lot of money out there for calf softs if you know where to look. A lot of pitchers too. Old friend Yamato Hirano is still out on the market. Looks like he got purchased by the Hawks and then released and wound up with Ibaraki Million Stars, or Astroplanets. Do we bring back Yamato? I mean, we have put out an offer for someone by the name of Kevin Hooks. Or did we? I thought we may have, I thought we signed him already. Did I forget my own shortlist here? What the heck's going on? Did I like issue a contract to someone who doesn't exist? I may. That's entirely possible. I may have goofed on that. Whatever. Important thing is, if Sato leaves, we still got Yuki Okabayashi down in the independent leagues who we can just purchase outright. But I wouldn't be surprised if we actually keep Yuki Sato. He's been such an integral part of this team. Even if it's just a bridge deal to line him up with Seiya and Yamamoto and Ota, it would feel weird if Yuki is not still here with us. Okay, we've added Daisuke Naoe as a starting option. Former Rookie of the Year, champion with the 2021 Yomiuri Giants. And hopefully he's not eligible for that Rule 5 draft. Old friend Fumiya Ono heads to the Marines. Giants throwing money around. Kota Inoue. Those of you who follow some of my other Sims, including the Hanshin Express, may recognize King Kota from that game, or from the Shizuoka Arrows Dynasty I did. Kota Inoue was part of that sim too. Higuchi gets way too much money from the Bears. 2.8 million for 4 years? Are you crazy? Hey, old friend Yuki Matsui is back from the majors. Broken, but he's back. See if there's anyone cheap who we could pick up. I'm looking for someone who I can develop as a center fielder. Tempting as it is to bring Yamato back. $600K though. Okay, that's more reasonable. If we make it 3.8... I'd feel comfortable doing this deal. I don't want to tick him off too much. Let's revisit these conversations later. That story's funny. That reminds me of what Javi Baez just did. Makoto Kenma gets 2.16 million from Seibu? Go get paid, sir. We still haven't seen an expansion yet to bring the Central League up to 18. They've got the two squads and their identities just sitting, waiting. But that hasn't happened yet. Dongguk O, torn elbow ligament and all, heads to the Bears. Yuya Gunji, 7 years. to the carp from the Dragons. I mean, he's a great catcher. If that's what the market price is for Shosei Nakamura, that's going to be a tricky contract to sign. Kaito Kozono is only asking for 2 mil. Could go to the Giants. How does he compare to our friend Okuma? Lefty bat. He's more of a shortstop than the second baseman we've got, so I'm okay with keeping Cub. Be nice to have another captain, but not at that price. Bunch of fungible relievers kicking around there. Alright, let's see. Anyone I have is Rule 5 draft eligible. Of course, the guy I signed right away is draft eligible, Rule 5 draft eligible. So let's add him to the 40-man. Let's register him. No one else is. So we don't have anyone exposed in the 40-man draft, or in the Rule 5 draft. Splendid. Let's see if Yuki's willing to talk again. Alright, so he negotiated me up. I'm okay with that. At least you're easier to deal with than bleepin' Shosei over there. Alright, Rule 5 Draft Pool. Otherwise known as all these foreigners are available for taking. Okay, there's some local talents. A lot of relievers are going to be changing hands. So let's see if there's any... Is that Ryan's brother, Marcus Goins? Decent, not great. Any outfielders? Ozzy Polanco, Kairi Shimada. Doesn't really seem interesting. John Brand. Our old friend Kento Kawase. Fragile. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with a fragile guy. None of these guys would really break the Major League club. That's really the issue. And do I want to pay add someone like Oba here to a rotation? Yeah, he's not a rotation arm. I'm swimming in minor league guys who can throw the ball. How about Nakamoto here? What does does he look like as a starter? Trash. Okay. I just got my effectively my Rule 5 guy in Naoye. Or Naoe. I'm okay to not bother. Ah, I see that the Rule 5 draft is also affected by regionality. That's weird. Oh, or not. It looks like just people decided not to bother. So Senta Ito goes from the Giants to the Fighters. Yohan Rojas goes from the Bay Stars to the Spirit. And I am going to skip because I don't see anyone who can really contribute at a major league level. That will conclude the draft. It's amazing that Imami is still doing as well as shortstop at age 37 as he has. So maybe I didn't need to put Naoe on the roster, 40-man roster just to protect him from a Rule 5 draft that couldn't have picked him. Yuki Sato gets his bridge deal, 3 years, $12 million. Hey, smile a bit, Yuki, you got your money. Oh, okay, he just got closer, that's a little awkward. So that means I can boot the can down the road a little bit. Also solidifies what the next couple seasons are going to look like. Yoshida wants to leave. Okay. Shosei wants too much money, so he's gone. But I've also got decent catchers in the minors in Masuda and Nakamura who can step in and step up. Good to see Shun Gyosai smiling a bit. He's going to be our primary catcher. Alright. Let's see. I should actually put together a filter for... I'm trying to find out what... I remember at one point I was able to get a filter for, you know, what his preferred salary is. Oh, demand, there it is. So demand is less than... let's go less than 500 grand. A lot of relievers, no surprise. My scout apparently adores relievers right now. So Yamato's price has come down, but I still don't feel comfortable signing him just yet. Former fighter Hokuto Miyata. Guy we left loose from our minor league team, Katsushi Kamiya, just could not figure it out. But let's see if he's willing to come back on a minor league deal. So anyone in the Indies? I'm sorry, this guy's in the independent leagues? Where the heck did he come from? Carp, super injured, minor league free agent. But a bit of a jerk, so I'm probably not going to pick him up. Still, was not expecting to see him in the minors looking like that. Former MVP Yuki Nomura, currently with the American Association. Occasionally you get some weirdo situations like this. My scout continues to adore pitching talents, using the overall scale. Fujiwara went stateside. That's an interesting move. Release Perez, eh? Alright, so he's not that good of a starter. Let's see. At this point, I'm just looking for anyone who could be an interesting add to the squad. And who's young, more importantly. I'm gonna have to look back at the video on demand to see who the heck I was thinking of. Now, it happens in the real NPB that players will bounce between the independent leagues and the major leagues. That's not something completely unheard of. Nobody's really leaping out saying, sign me, sign me. So let's just keep zooming through. See if there's any bargain basement bins, but I think Yuki Sato's extension was kind of the big one for us. We've got our center fielder locked up for another 3 seasons, and at age 33, if he's still worth the money, yeah, we'll extend him. Otherwise, we're just going to pocket a lot of this extra cash that our owner has given us. Maybe there's a trade we can take on, where we take on salary and get some additional prospects. Takanashi goes stateside to the Astros. Wow. Kaito Kozono, 1-year deal, prove-it deal with the Giants, $2.24 mil. Healthy amount of money being thrown around. So far, Bears are the ones at the head of the curve in terms of adding talents. I'm sorry, what? This guy's available? Where the hell did he come from? Okay. Scouting report. You need to tell me ASAP if this guy is available to sign, because holy smokes. Like, second baseman, ditching Okuma, outfielder. We gotta get Oscar Munoz if he's legit. Pitcher. He's not a pitcher, buddy. Do another scouting report and report back to me. Like, I would seriously consider him... Oh, man. This feels like a cheat code. We do have a foreign player slot available. I'm just not sure if we're going to get outbid by any major league clubs. Because he could be like a replacement Okuma. He could be a sub for Guzman. He could be a replacement Kita. Daichi Suzuki is headed for the Spirit. Good luck, buddy. So far, no one else has noticed Munoz. If we're somehow able to steal him out from all these other teams, shame on the AI, or I'm stumbling into a big mistake. I mean, 2.2 million for an unproven commodity is kind of expensive, but if he's legit... Oh, we got him. That's going to move Kita out of the starting lineup. Although I wouldn't be surprised if we put Munoz at second base during spring training. I'm okay with having Okuma as a extra threat, but we may have just stumbled backwards into our new stud. Colombian phenom. Like, he's basically Masataka Yoshida. Part 2. Maybe I shouldn't have signed Yuki Sato. Anyways. Sosuke Genda to the Marines for 3 years at age 35. I mean, sure, buddy, whatever you want. Okay, that alone, or that added 2.3 wins above replacement. Masaru Fuji was solid for the Eagles last year. Okay, the Marines are actually, like, stocking up a little bit. Slightly nervous. So we got Super Sub Oscar Munoz. Munoz? He's not a real guy, that much we know. Alright, so it might actually be Munoz, whatever. Not like I'm going to have to write this out in katakana or anything like that. He reminds me of someone I had in a previous save. Outfielder by the name of Luis Alejandrez. Came out of nowhere, joined the outfield, was a playoff phenom. Wait, he was available? Aw, dang it. I missed my chance on Jung-Ho Lee. I wouldn't. Never mind. I would not have been able to afford that. So Kamiya is willing to revisit talks. I'm giving him a signing bonus now. So come spring training, I'm guessing Munoz is going to have to move to second. Not going to have to. I'd like to move him to second because he's an incredible looking fielder. And if we have him and Guzman, there's literally no stopping us. And he can still play outfield too. Like put him in left like we're currently doing. I mean, Kita's a gold glover in left. I hate to supplant him like that. Still nobody elected to the Hall of Fame. Yudai Ono stays in the PL. He heads at age 40 to the Eagles for 3 years. Okuma at age 29. Is it time to move on from him, I wonder? Oh, he's a leader now. Okay. Nope, we're keeping Cub. I don't know when that showed up. Maybe now that he's actually getting pushed for starts. So I guess it will be Kita who loses his starting role, and we'll keep Kuma. least we have the extra bit of flexibility that I can move them around as I need. That's the thing. Like, you want your team to keep getting better. You also know that sometimes guys will displace other guys in your lineup. But when someone loses a starting job, you have to feel bad about them. Kamiya went stateside, whatever. Daichi Oseda heads back to the Carp to finish his career. You love to see it. I mean, I realize that did not help our dearth of minor league talent one bit, making that deal. Why is Yasuo Ochi? Oh, right, he's still a junk baller. All right, let's get some training up elsewhere on the diamond. So Munoz moves to second. Kija's gonna move into the left. Let's move. Get Noguchi trained up at left as well. Any other places I want to train up folks? Now let me actually check to see what Noguchi's stats are like. Yeah, he definitely needs some experience in left, but he's already almost full trade up at first. That's good. Alright, let's skip to the 14th, and let's see how folks do. It's a good thing this doesn't count. There we go. Gotta take a screenshot of this for the folks on Discord. So he's kind of been eating everyone's lunch. I think it's safe to say we have our new franchise cornerstone here. I knew I should have extended him more, because he's just going to become pricier and pricier. Noguchi's figuring out left, that's great. So, first cuts of the season! Everyone's got like various kinds of rust to knock off, so send down 6 pitchers. Still can't believe they got Ochi actually pitching and playing the field. Might as well. You can. And Naue may actually make the Major League club. Looks like a solid option. Ooh, Fernandez is fragile. That's not good. Okay. How do we only have 2 catchers? Kamada, get your butt up here. There we go. Let's start cutting Yuta. Yeah, I'm okay with Okuma stepping back a little bit from starting. Last season kind of threw me off him. If Munoz can deliver, absolutely, why not? He'll make a great team with Venezuelan Manny Guzman over at shortstop. Too many shortstops up right now, so those 2 down. So Katsuda is going to stick around a little bit longer up with the big club just in case. Way too many left fielders. Can Osho play third? Yeah. Abe play somewhere else. So now we can send Nakao down. There we go. That'll help paper over the hole in the wall that we currently have. Inoue can play left. Yasuo Ochi may actually make the club if he can actually get a start. Alright, can I cut anyone else? Actually, yeah, let's turn off Shimazu being a two-way guy. Cute, not necessary. Now let's keep both those center fielders up. One of those two is actually going to develop and become a decent center fielder, I can bet. So let's move to the 27th. Also interesting to note, Hiroki Sasaki tried to get posted and failed. All right. I think it's safe to say Noguchi is ready to relinquish left field. Let me check on Munoz. He's inching up there in terms of ability. And I'd rather have the higher range than the higher error and turn double plays. So Okuma still has a role on this team, even if error isn't as good, arm isn't as good. So we'll see how Munoz and Okuma compete. Ditto for Kita and Munoz. I mean, Jesus. And we just added him. Alright, who else is getting bounced from this team? You gotta look at stats now. Not Ochi, he's not actually a starter. May have sent too many guys down. Let's call up who's ever on the... Oh, Shimazu did get a ring. We have too many guys in the minors who are good. Let's give Shimazu a call up. Let's bring up Takaki and Uehara as well. There. A little bit more of a full bullpen now. Then on the batting side, we got to narrow it down to just guys who are going to be sticking around. So Nakamura is not going to be that. Tanaka's not quite ready to make the big leap to the big club, but man, he is close. Let's keep Noda up a little bit longer. Let's just send down whoever's not on the 40-man. So Osho having a decent offseason. Okay, he's actually batting decently. Which of these two are going down? Egawa. So it's Inoue who's actually having a bit of a rough go, so we'll, although it is nice having him as a team leader, I don't think we need too many of those. How's Abe looking? Oh, Abe's not looking good at all, so down he goes. Let's keep Noguchi out there. And let's wrap up spring training. Oop, we got a random stuff bump from a random talent change on Yoshikawa, our 4th round pick. Could be decent. Got a speed boost on Shiozaki. So we got some of our guys in the minors who are already performing. I think Miyagi's toast. Tanaka's continues to develop. Haraguchi. Strong third base option. I think Naoe may have actually just made the club. Kurebayashi has continued to grow at second base, so we've got ourselves an interesting middle infield. Oh, there go the ratings declines already, or changes. He's boosted his eye, though. So not a pop bat, but if Masataka already didn't have issues getting on base. Okay, I think it's safe we can remove Noguchi from left. Man, it's a tough call. Where do we put Munoz? Is he our second baseman, or is he our left fielder? I know this. Yasuo Ochi is not ready for the big leagues just yet. So we are... I'm a little upset with my mouse right now. We're going to give him another couple of games to season himself down in the minors. Is it? And you know what? We're going to bring now Inoue back up. Oh, and I hadn't even noticed that Munoz is a friggin' lightning bolt on the base paths. Full speed, full running, hit and run frequently. How am I gonna make this work? There we go. That's what I want to see. So Munoz plays second and Kita plays left against right-handed bats, but against left-handed bats we load up on even more contact. Munoz to left, Okuma to second base. And then we gotta find a way for Noguchi to get some games. Ah, that's how. We make Kurebayashi our permanent bench bat. Yes. That is a friggin' gong show of a lineup. And against righties, we've got some serious pop. Some serious beef in the lineup. And we got Munoz at second instead of Okuma. We'll see how that goes. Actually, you know what? Kita's not even that good at the outfield, so maybe I've been going about this all wrong. Yeah, although it's handy that Munoz can play second, I'd rather have him out in left. Oh, we already even done spring training. Okay. So I made all my final cuts a little early. Munoz only slugged 7 dingers and drove in 20. Batted .368. This is a perfectly normal thing for a free agent signing to do at age 27. We are about to burn down this whole league again. I had a friend on Discord ask me, hey, are you bored yet? I mean, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that I seem to have broken this game over my knee. But things have been going interestingly in the world. My work-life balance has gone to pot. I'm okay with having something be a little easier than not. Besides, we all know how expensive Munoz is going to be to keep once he hits arbitration. If he's going to do what he's going to do, I should have signed him for longer. I mean, man gotta get paid. And it always helps to have good backups. Kita as a backup outfielder, Noguchi as well. We got Kurebayashi and Kashiwabata up there. And our top prospect has fallen out of the... We do not have a top batting prospect higher than 67th. Yonamine is number 6 in terms of pitchers, though, but the cupboards are a mite on the bare side. So let's look for some youngsters who can help out with that. Like Andy Kosakowski here. Yes, I did just straight up buy someone. This is the cheap way of goosing your farm system. Look at the independent leagues, find whoever's got green numbers, and buy them up. Yeah, that's not always the best option though. There seems to be a surprising amount of duds out there. We are gonna get to a game, I swear. Just give me a little bit longer to scout out some options. Ramirez here seems like an interesting one, especially if that movement holds. Right, I already had a look at Willis Perez. I'm okay with just the one purchase, to be honest. In Mizuki Shinohara. As long as he's not like a cancer on the team. At least got a captain down there in Shinobu Takada. Oh, looks like Okuma's not a leader anymore. Interesting that he was when he was on the bench. Alright. We are going to get into some games today. And we may have broken this poor game over our knee. At this point, like, that's what we're looking at right now. Munoz may have been the savviest acquisition I've ever made. Oop, and we've still got someone who shouldn't be on here. Excuse me a moment. Let's see. Those three guys. Yeah, I think it's Sato, Masaru Sato, who is going to be the one bounced. Daisuke Naoe is already on the 40-man. Sumiki Takaki is not. And we still have to send down one more guy. I think it's going to be Tanaka because I feel like he can still be a decent starting option. Now Now the rotation down here has some options. Some guys who probably need to be released because they're just going to be camping out here. Got enough catchers, barely. If Ochi can prove himself, he'll make his way up to the big league club and replace Inoue. Till then, we raise our banner against the Bears. And the Bears are going to start with a bunt. Classy. Real classy, guys. 3-1 count to Higuchi. 1-out walk to the Bears' second baseman. We'll bring up Natsuki Endo, who is a dangerous batter. On the ground, Guzman to Okuma for the second out of the inning. That brings up Kota Inoue. A big left-handed hitter. Or big right-handed hitter. And Okuma's going to take it to second himself. And start off the bottom half of the first. So far, going a little quietly. Yoshida's going to have this one roll all the way to the wall and sit there. He is going to end up at second with a stand-up double with 2 down. Here's the new guy, Oscar Munoz. 3-1 count. Inside ball 4. That brings up Jitsuo Onizuka. 3-0. They're going to intentionally walk him. The 1-2 to Seiya.
Strike 3.
Caught looking down at a circle change up down the pipe. Oh well. At least it wasn't a full Noble Tiger. Fly ball, right center field. Seiya gets there in time. That will bring up Brandon Vicens. Longtime Bears player. At some point, I actually need to check to see if we've got any foreigners who've hit their service time minimum. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Munoz, quick to throw it back, but it's a 1-out double for Vicens. The 1-2 to Hamamoto. Called strike 3 on the outside half. Full count to Terada. On the ground, past Guzman. Colas is up throwing, but not in time. The Bears take the early lead, 1-0. The 1-1 to Tsuri. Yamamoto pounces on it himself.
Strike 3.
Michi Sato is able to put away Ryota. Guzman's going to doink this one up the middle. He hits like I hit in softball. And he's feinting a run here. Shosei's just going to wait on it. All right, now they're trying pickoffs. Ooh. Guzman's being really cautious out there.
Strike
Full
three.
count. So, Kenichi Sato strikes out the side.
Strike three.
Yamamoto with a beautiful changeup. Yeah, the game's chugging a little bit. Might be my cue to stop playing for a little while. I think we're gonna cap this off at after like the first month, I think. Full count to Endo.
Strike three.
Swinging strikeout. Buffs need to get something going here. Up the middle, base hit for Yuki Sato. Newly minted to a 3-year extension. We usually pick on Sudi. What's going on here? There we go. That's driven all the way to the track, and that's going to sit there. Tie ball game. Yoshida with his second double of the game. Here's Munoz now. 2 straight walks to start his NPB career. Onizuka down swinging. Seiya Suzuki off the end of the bat. That will advance the runners. Ota now with a chance. That's a grounder to the shortstop. We've tied the game, but that's about it. Tamura is able to turn it around. So let's shift left. Full count to Inoue. Up the middle. Okuma was judging that perfectly. Ishikawa grounds out. Here's Vicens again. The 0-2 from Yamamoto.
Strike three.
Kanabari Sanshin. 4th strikeout of the game for YY. The reigning Sawabata Award winner. Guzman lines this one right to the first baseman Hamamoto. Popped up. Nakamura. Endo's there in time. Okuma's gonna bloop this one to center field. 1-out single for Cub. Hit and run is on. That's gonna fall in front of the right fielder. Okuma goes first to third. Yoshida now with a chance for an RBI and to take the lead. Popped up right side. Fly ball out to the right fielder. Vicens. Still a tie game.
Strike three. Strike three.
Ooh, so much for the what's the word? Immaculate inning. Sudi, high pop-up. Guzman calls for it, and he makes the play. Is Munoz actually going to get a pitch to hit today? Yes, and it will be a bloop single into left. Welcome to NPB, Oscar. Full count to Onizuka. Line drive up the middle, but Endo with a beautiful play on 110 miles an hour. Oy, oy, oy. Corners are in, but that was a mistake. Seiya Suzuki pokes it through. Runners at first and second now for Ryo Ota. And the double steal is on. No throw. Both runners have advanced. It's a squeeze bunt up the first base line. Munoz scores. And that is a 2-1 lead for the Buffaloes. Guzman is caught in a pitch out. That will end the bottom of the fifth, but the Buffs have taken the lead. Line drive, but right to Seiya Suzuki. The 1-1 to Higuchi. Off the end of the bat, goes the other way. Seiya's got a bit of a run, but he's there in time. Here's Endo now. The 1-2.
Strike 3.
Swinging strikeout. Waiwai's got his good stuff working today. 73 pitches through 6. And that brings up left-handed pitcher Yoshiki Tsunada. So we may flip Onizuka around to Noguchi if he comes up. Nakamura will just pop this one up.
Strike 3.
Okuma strikes out, but it's a wild pitch. Will he make it to first in time? No. Down the line for Yuki Sato. That's going to go into the corner, and that will be extra bases for the Buffalo's veteran center fielder. Macho pops this one up left side. Easy play. Still only 73 pitches for the Buffalo's ace. I don't think they're too quick to relieve him of his duties right now. 2-1, and he's dealing.
Strike 3.
9 strikeouts for Yamamoto. The 2-2 to Vicens.
Strike 3.
Strikes out the side in the top of the 7th. The 2-1 to Munoz. And that will be his first putout. Yeah, so they kept Tsunada in. We are going to flip to Noguchi as our pinch hitter. He'll take over at first. The 2-1. Popped up right side. Second baseman Higuchi calls for it. 2 down. Seiya goes up the middle for his second base hit of the day. Ota takes a full count walk. Bringing up Manny Guzman. Manny goes hits this one to left field. Seiya's being waved around home. He will score. And that is an RBI single for Manny Guzman. Through 7 now, it's 3-1 Buffaloes. Noguchi will take over at first base. Fujimoto is ready in case Yamamoto gets into trouble, but so far I don't see that happening. On the end of the bat, Guzman is there. 99 pitches. Yeah, we're gonna get Higashi warmed up for the save. Didn't need Fujimoto at all, after all.
Save.
Okuma with an infield single in front of the pitcher. Let's take away that double play ball right now.
Save.
Gets the hit and run, and there's no play to be made.
Save.
The 1-1 to Yoshida. Swing and a miss. Wait a minute. No, that steal of home failed. Okay, so the hit and run flopped. Couldn't get the ball on the bat, but at least Sato's at third. Corners in, outfield very deep. Let's surprise him a little bit.
Save.
Munoz with a squeeze bunt single to make it a 4-1 game. Here's Noguchi now. Popped up on the infield. Suzuki takes a walk. Ryo Ota with a chance to blow this game wide open. That's going to go all the way into the corner, base hit. At least one run will score, maybe two. Ota pulls up into second.
Save.
3 run double for Ryo Ota. And now Higashi is going to sit down. Let's get Fujioka warmed up, just in case. But we're gonna let YY finish this game. It's a 6-run game. Guzman puts a charge into this one. That's going back, but that's in front of the track, and the third out. Lined right to Seiya, who had to step back out a bit. Came in a little too far. Here's Higuchi. Fly ball deep to left field, way back and way gone. 7-2 now. See if YY can still finish out this complete game. Long run in, but easily made. Here's Inoue. The full count pitch from Yamamoto.
Strike 3.
Karaburi Sanshin, a 12 strikeout complete game from YY. It doesn't start any better than that. So we'll sim the month, and we'll see where we end up. And that will cap off our session for today. Alright, so we got Andy Kosakowski, 19-year-old joining our minor league squad. Are we also going to spend money on Eddie Ramirez here? Probably not. Tachibana puts on a show, slamming the door again. Munoz, his first double and his first dinger of the season. Good for Kazuma Okamoto, launching his third 300th home run of his career. So, dropped 2 to the Eagles, but picked up a sweep against the Spirit, including a very close one, Shosei Nakamura coming through in the clutch. The fighters are going to be the thorn in my side this season, aren't they? Tomiyama's got a blister now. So we'll just go short for 3 days until Matsuda's ready to come back. Okay, credit where credit is due. Tsuneyuki Tanaka pitched a gem of a start there. Oh, just casually clowning on him 14-2. Yoshida has already racked up 1.5 wins above replacement by batting .377 with an OPS of 1.189. Davids won his first 3 starts. Tachibana's ERA starts with a 1. And Munoz has settled in nicely. old friend Shun Nikeda is calling it a career. I'm not giving you that money, YY. I'm sorry. I don't care how slow your decline is. I'm not giving 36-year-olds multi-year contracts. Talk to me again in the off-season. So that's where we'll wrap things. Munoz so far has settled in nicely. May not be like the super stud like we thought he was, but I'll take a WRC of 122. And he's getting bat-bipped in the negative sense, so those numbers will probably come up. Also, already 5 dingers. Alright folks, I'm not sure when I'll be streaming again tomorrow, but I will be streaming. Be sure to keep an eye out on the schedule for that, and I will catch you on the flip side because I've got a softball game to prepare for. Firage, take us out, man.